Hello everybody. Oops. Okay. There we go. Hello YouTube. This is Angela back with another video. I usually do videos on faith, luxury, and product reviews on food or other items. So real quick, I want to do a video that talks about luxury shopping safety. The reason why I'm making this video is because I went to my luxury Louis Vuitton store about an hour away from me, and it wasn't due to close for another 1 to 2 hours, but by the time I got there, it had a sign on the door that said, "Sorry for the inconvenience, that we are closed." And I thought, wow, I came all the way down here, and my sales associate didn't even tell me that they were closing early, and I didn't know why. So when I went to another store that's kind of in the same vicinity, but it's encased in a mall, the other one faced the street, found out from a security guard who quietly whispered to me that someone had been robbed at gunpoint in front of the store, and that's why they closed. So this is why I'm making this video, because when you shop there, anybody recognizes this beautiful orange bag, and it's not really one that I want to flaunt. I don't want anybody to see it, really. I like the bag. It's beautiful. No criticism whatsoever about Louis Vuitton, because I really like their products and their boxes and ribbons and all that frilly stuff. But it's not like we live in the times where you can actually casually walk down the street with this thing, especially in the area where this Louis Vuitton is located. It's, there's a park across the street. The doorways face the street where there's lots of cars, lots of foot traffic. There's homeless people somewhere in the vicinity. There's people that are, good hearts, bad hearts, and whatever the case may be. So you never know who's watching you, basically. So I wouldn't trust walking out with the bag, any size, honestly. So, and this basically goes for any luxury store that you go into. So what I suggest is, if you're going to go in there and pretty much if you're going to buy some shoes, you're going to buy a purse, or multiple items, what I suggest is, if you're going to buy some shoes, so here's an example. I bought some shoes. The size of the bag was pretty big. But what I found is when I walked into Macy's, they had a normal brown, boring looking paper bag that said Macy's on the corner. I shoved that in there. It fit perfectly. I had to fit it sideways though. So, the bag usually carries like this. I put it in kind of like that, and the bag, pretty much the Macy's bag covered it all the way. So, and then I kind of threw a sweater over that. So that's what I did, and confidently walked down the street, act like, wasn't a big deal, and I was fine. Nobody paid any attention. Nobody was really watching me or whatever. So got home safely with it. So that's what I suggest. I did have to pay 25 cents for that brown paper bag. Like, it's so boring. Whatever. I'd rather pay the 25 cents and bring my product home than get robbed because I walked out with an orange blaring bag that said, "Hey, look what I bought." So number one, bring an extra bag. I've even gotten something maybe a little bit bigger than this bag, and I went in Walgreens and I asked for the bag, and they were nice enough to actually give me a free bag. Macy's, they wanted to charge you 25 cents, and I really had to dig for some coins just for that bag. They would not. Anyway. But I was, the lady in Walgreens was nice enough to give me a bag, and she said, "Yeah, you know what, this area isn't so great. You don't want to advertise that." And I said yes. So she was very nice. But I don't care if it's CVS or Bloomingdale's. I think they also have like a brown paper bag. But that's what you want. You want it to be as boring as possible. You never know who's watching you. You never know who's looking to see, who's willing to take a risk in stealing something, and you don't know. So unless you're rich and a millionaire and you don't care about somebody taking your stuff, I would suggest, number one, bring an extra bag, or go into another store immediately after and cover up your bag. Another tip I would say is know your surroundings. So this particular store is facing the street, like I said, so there's lots of traffic. Cars can pull up and jump out and run in, or vice versa. So you really want to make sure that when you're standing in that line, you're kind of looking at the area, you're kind of seeing what you're dealing with. And for that type of store, I really would bring something to cover it up. Another tip I would say is, when you're in the stores, be mindful. Well, here's a common sense thing. I've seen videos, and I don't understand, but I've seen people go in there when the sales associate lays out a bunch of stuff. Keep your hands to yourself. You know, you look at the stuff and all that kind of stuff, but don't be looking and don't look suspicious. Really, I mean, and they're very nice. They will leave all of the belongings out there because they have so many cameras facing every different angle. If you don't know that, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, that's for another subject. But anyway, know the area, the surrounding area where you're going. Your best bet is probably going into a Louis Vuitton that's actually encased in a mall. Because like I said, there's two. There's one that's facing the street, not so great area. Then there's another one that's facing, that's actually inside of Bloomingdale's. So it's a better area, and you may not have as many problems. But like I said, we're not living in the days where you're able to just walk out and, you know, feel free of not having people take things from you or steal or whatever the case may be. So what I suggest is be mindful. Okay, bring an extra bag, or stop in a store where you can actually cover it up, or go straight to the car. Don't lollygag. Don't be out there pulling out your money. Don't be pulling out your wallet. Don't be pulling out and showing people what you got. No, don't do any of that kind of stuff. I've seen all of this. So everything I'm telling you, I have seen people do it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, come on. My heart goes out to the person that did get their things stolen at gunpoint. That must have been very, very scary. I really hope they were able to get their things back. And yeah, I wish you the best. So anyway, another tip I would say is to, what was I going to say? There was another point. The other point I was going to say is wear street clothes. I remember it. Wear street clothes. So I don't wear anything when I'm going to go in there. I don't wear a bunch of brand names. I may not even carry this Louis Vuitton bag in the store unless I'm going to have it repaired or something like that. I may not even do that. I may just regular plain clothes, not advertising where I'm going, what I'm doing, because again, you never know who's watching you. And so basically, that's what I have for you today. Be safe, enjoy the things you have, but don't be a target. Okay, bye for now.